evening, and welcome to the 2024 edition of the Lo-Fi Society's annual project called the Mixtape. I'm your host and music director for this year, Joshua, and I'm joined by my subcommittee team who are scattered across the crowd here. We've got Simon, Roshan, yep, if you can put your hands in, Adrian, and of course Rylan, and there's a fifth member. She goes by Flower. She did not join us tonight because she has midterms right now. But we look forward to presenting you with a night of top-tier music, art, and visuals, as well as some inspiring stories from the artists that made all this possible. So, get started. So to give you an idea of how tonight's program is going to go, we're going to be splitting the listening experience into 3 sections with a brief 15-minute intermission in between. This will give you the opportunity to talk amongst yourselves, grab a bite from tonight's catering, which will be here, I think, in a couple minutes, or use the bathroom outside. We're going to predict that each listening section will take about 50 minutes of time, but be aware that this will vary to some degree. We're going to try to finish no later than 8 p.m., but for those of you who have early schedules, please feel free to take your leave. Just be a bit quiet as you do so, okay? So, as for some basic etiquette and housekeeping, just like you would for a movie in the cinema, please keep your phones on silent. That's your first and final warning now. We don't want to be hearing that go off. Please keep the area around you tidy for when you eventually grab a snack. Be respectful during the playback of each of our songs and while the speakers like me and the other artists are up. And of course, we encourage engagement with tonight's media. Just keep it sensible, so we encourage cheering, clapping, things like that, just not like excessive talking. Okay, but before we begin, it's important to understand exactly what the mixtape is and its significance to the history of our society. So, the Lo-Fi Mixtape is the biggest annual project of the Lo-Fi Society and represents a musical collaboration between a wide variety of different artists. The goal is to produce and contribute songs towards an album that will be released to all major streaming platforms. There have been 4 mixtapes made in the Lo-Fi Society's history, starting with the Society's inception in 2020. As you can see, they are the Self-Care, Freedom, Nostalgia, and Dystopia mixtapes as pictured. This year, we introduce you to its 5th installment. Please give a warm welcome to the 2024 mixtape titled Sin. First and foremost, a massive thank you to one of the most talented members of our art subcommittee for this jaw-dropping piece of artwork. Everyone, please welcome Sirasworn to the stage.
Hello. Alrighty. Hi everyone. So, my name is Lisa, also known as Sirasworn. But you might know me better as Macapaka on Discord. It's been my pleasure to work on the album cover for all of your amazing works this year, and I've personally read through every single song, listened to every single lyric, and tried to curate every single vibe into this year's album cover. I've been asked to just have a small explanation to unpack this piece, so stay with me while I explain the 3 sides to this piece. So, as you all know, this year's theme is sin, and it's been split into 3 sides. We've got necessary evils, temptation, and hedonism. The first question, and perhaps the only question I've gotten for this piece so far is that a rat with a gun in the front? Yes, that is. And that brings me to our first side. So, If you take a note on all of the rats in the foreground of the piece, you'll notice amongst them that there is a rat with a gun, a rat stabbed with a needle, a rat in shackles even, and those are all done to represent several necessary evils. Particularly, we're talking lab testing on the rats, prison, war, and even euthanasia. Lastly, for necessary evils, there's also, you'll notice, a very predominant red and blue color scheme between them, which was slightly influenced by the 1910s folkism art movement, and is also used to emulate the riot police sirens, flashing red and blue, to emulate the necessary evils of police. Moving on, we have temptation. Now this one actually gave me a bit of trouble. Because really, what can you do other than a steak and an apple? So, very obviously, we do have a steak and an apple, actually, right in the corner, to represent the dangers of addictive substances, and an overall reference to Eden's Paradise. We've also got just kind of the overall expression and body to embrace the sinful act of temptation. And lastly, moving on to hedonism, we have a bit of this. So we've got the very general surface level symbolism of tobacco, candy, gambling. You'll notice she's holding a shot glass even, as just general kind of symbolism for extreme hedonistic behaviors. We have her dressed in a 1920s flapper fashion, and that is a reference to the Great Gatsby. And furthermore, also the 1920s American roaring era. She's also donning a laughing comedy mask right near the bottom of the board, and notably, it is off of her face. It's a double reference to high-end masquerades, and it is also a reference to the fact that she doesn't really need a mask. She is already hedonistic. Lastly, just to finish it off, we have a visual motif of the red and blue pills in the glass as a reference to Aldous Huxley's book Brave New World, where in the book everyone is extremely hedonistic as they have things such as happy pills. So, as you can see, a little jam-packed with symbolism throughout the piece, but I hope that I represented this year's theme well. Thank you.
How embarrassing.
Wow, I feel so inspired. So thank you for that inspiring look into such creativity. Of course, we can all only dream of having such talent and insight. But with that, let's finally dig into the Sid mixtape. So, beginning our descent, we gaze into the very genesis of sin, with temptation. Once again, we have to thank the equally talented art subcommittee member Tori for this devious work of illustration. Sadly, she could not be with us this evening. However, she did leave us with a detailed insight into her thought process. Paraphrased from Tori. I wanted to depict Lo-Fi Chan as a priest or someone with high status within the church, as they represent an extreme level of self-discipline, sacrifice, and devotion towards the role of servicing God. The snake represents how enticing temptation can be, with her hands being tied very restrained. Pearls represent purity, and by having them stained in blood, it's a depiction of the tainted aftermath of temptation. With that deep dive out of the way, let's put our hands together for Tori in spirit. Kicking us off with track 1, getting into the music now, we have Luh Letters, Swing My Way by Vince Tafea. Unfortunately, Vince could not be with us here tonight, but let's give him a round of applause.
It's so late, just thinking about you. Just wondering, are you awake? I can't wait. Was wondering if you swim away. It's so late, just thinking about you. Just wondering, are you awake? I can't wait. Was wondering if you swim away. It's so late, just thinking about you. Just wondering, are you awake? I can't wait. Was wondering if you swim away.
Testing.
So thank you again for sitting. Welcome to Temptations from Luh Letters. So next up we're going to have something spicy with midnightsnacks from Simon. So Simon, would you like to come up and talk about your track? So please.
Hello everyone, I'm Simon, also known as Cuz Reasons, and this is my track midnightsnacks. It's a future-based / rave song, and the meaning behind the name is I like eating food really late at night. Yeah. So this is midnightsnacks, hope you guys enjoy.
Bliss doesn't play at Epic this December, I'm right. But that was Midnight Snacks by my favorite rave man, because reasons. Just before we move on, do you guys think the volume's a bit quiet? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna fix that now. Okay, with that out of the way, please welcome up Roshan with our next song, Two Car Garage.
So the song's about the advice of like having more than one vehicle in your house. If you have like, if you live alone, you don't need 2 cars, you only need 1. And that's it. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
Profound.
So, let's get into the Two Car Garage.
Your vernacular is a shackle or not. I wasn't acting and all I thought at the time I couldn't act it. I was stuck and I write it. I stayed on my face with the line. I couldn't get it, but I was better. These words are meaningless. Who would have said it? That we were hitting them. I back like my look cause I needed a walk. Needed a walk. Needed a walk. One by day. That's what I get. Everybody meaning on that. Look how my mind is better. Looking at that. But some for the Dominion man. The color so of all the people and that. Don't get it. I'm looking at my daddy. Needed a walk, so slick, composed with no clip, oh shit, I'm in hopeless pit, my toes in oh shit, I'm roasting the ghost, explosion, I'm closing my lips, sneak close to the east coast, gold chain roasted, fuckers roast the brownies with no skin, Dolce, sweet, nice, stay posted, supreme stalker, Mr. Ocean, Louis Breeze, we're all slowly coaching, nasty boys, working to noise, one tip, soy boys, and the worst, bro, the lowest is supposed it.
It's so sad to see Roshan give up on music. Anyways, up next we have a big collab between our 2 music subcom, Rotresso 804 Sweezy and Ultra Cali, an absolute banger that utilizes questionable sampling. I won't spoil it any further, but would you 2 like to explain the track?
Yeah, temptation. So, yeah, we wanted to do something that was very, like, almost obnoxious in how, like, it doesn't stick to one idea. It was like we wanted to be somewhat like a drug trip, and starting off very subconscious, not really totally in control of everything, and then it does stuff.
What did you say?
So this track is supposed to be, the idea started as like how it would feel like to be high on drugs. Several kinds of like mushrooms maybe. But the way we tied it into Temptation is we made it sound somewhat emotionally nostalgic and pleasant. Kind of like how a drug would make you feel like more attached to it. And then you think you have an emotional connection when you don't. You're just high.
And we always play around, mess around with a lot of technical stuff, so there'll be a lot of like Easter eggs for like artists to work around. And before you end, shout out any
have never imagined K-pop, house, and breakcore being combined in such a seamless manner. But the boys made it happen. That was 13 Drifting Echoes. Now, the next song we have will take quite a bit of a different turn. One that requires a content warning for mentions of self-harm and suicide. I'd like to invite John up to the stage to talk about his next track titled. He's already here.
Hello.
Whoops. Trevor.
Hello. Hi. Okay, before I say anything, I have terrible hair at the time. Before I say anything else, just wanted to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Irae Nation, the traditional custodians of the land in which we're gathering. And yes, as Josh mentioned, suicide warning, trigger warning. Trevor is the name of my best friend from college. He took his life about 2 weeks, basically on Halloween. So the anniversary is approaching really soon. This song is basically story in advance from my trauma dump. This is a trauma dump song. Took a lot of influence from NF, took a lot of influence from 21 Pilots. Basically, sad boy rap stuff. This is Trevor, and if you or anyone in post-video recording are in distress, lifeline 131114. Trevor.
It's unrealistic to expect grief to have an end. That's how I know there's no end to love. Grief is just love with nowhere to go. It has a beginning, but no end this side of heaven. Ain't it funny how sad the funny things get? With the passage of time, it leaves you plumbing the depths. Couldn't rationalize it, so now you're running instead. Past the hazardous signs that this is Russian roulette. The years they haven't been kind. Every time you battle your mind, it's just a rapid decline that you come to expect. It runs through my head. I regret that could have been something I said when you tweeted I'm a wreck. Wish I called to tell you I love you to death. Death did us part. Silence swallows the air in my lungs. God knows how it tears me in half. Borrowed healing, scared out of trust. The hollow feeling squaring me up with sorrow bleeds me with barely a pulse. I do not know how to offload heavy thoughts, throw and kick me like stairs to the drum. Spent too many minutes, spinning bit defenses. Senses resonating, dread, hemorrhaging the bandwidth. Left with level wreckage, hands of mental terrorists. Darkness as a messenger, ready to rank with your hands at a rhythm. Recollect your breath and cleanse your system. Let the pressure vent your strength isn't meant to stretch your damage pessimism. Measure your metrics, exert control by penning sentences and your words to go. So choose a long verse till it burns my soul. Haunts my nerves cause it hurts to know time doesn't heal this. Never learn to cope with life as a gift. Suffering is merciful. There's neither comforting nor reversible. You're still why I get vertigo cause every time I look down from high, the image of the broken friend from the 25th floor forever burned into my memory. That's why I don't grab all the pictures of going up the nation decks. Hell, I don't even think Windows needs a friend anymore. I'm relearning how to walk with half the strength and twice the weight in the dark. Misery wears my flesh like a straight jacket, barely bracing my heart. Joy is filtered through a gray blanket. The frame is fractured in shards. A strange panic fills my veins with acid. My peace is afraid and scarred. Nothing raised the alarms. Shadow boxing against my will when the fear of death is less than the fear in my head. And I'm attracted to the window still. Gotta catch my breath and repeat to myself every time I'm drowning in the guilt that it's not your fault. It's not my fault. Even if in the space and time distance kills and I'm in it still. These one-way conversations, two pulsating constellations. Some days all it takes is a little bit of sustained confrontation with this numbering off its cadence. Every time I find I'm on location, I still see bloodstains on the pavement. And my dull ache often hastens once I get into the floodgates, rock and shake. They clutter my head to suffocate it up against the waves and oscillation. Subterranean reaches mean I'm always under siege. I'm chained to the crew that keep me company. Gotta sleep just a dream of recovery, cause my pain is as deep as my love can reach. Even with our demons, even if the odds are meshing, never cheapening my grievances for reasons why you left and feel bereavement. Screams of help, it's more self-help that steals my breath. Just know your weakness wasn't weak, and ease of ending it's always tempting. Capacity to love grows with each friend that you make, and with a bond, the larger the space grows. This is what it feels like then when you lose your best friend. The growth that your heart did stays, your love stays. But the space they filled is empty of their presence, and you feel that hole in every waking moment. Everything you do in life squeezes at that hole that plays in your heart. and strings so badly your chest physically locks up and you can't breathe. It's the worst feeling I've ever felt. What comes second doesn't even come close. You took your own life on Halloween. I don't even observe Halloween anymore, to be honest. On a day that the world glorifies the dead, I mourn the dead. I remember your aunt showing me your suicide note at your wake. It mentioned that you wanted haunted music playing at your funeral. That was so you. Even past the end, if you were still around, you'd probably make some inappropriate joke about being Forever 21. And that's the weird part, right? It's still difficult for me to refer to you in the past tense, because the human brain thinks in terms of growth and not death. I'm approaching 30 as I write this, but you're forever frozen at 21. And the most painful thing about that is any photo of you will agonizingly never grow outdated. The death of a beloved is like a reputation. Never really moves on from that. And that's why I think Kubler Ross is right. The final stage isn't acceptance, it's acknowledgement. Because that's the apotheosis of what anyone can do. Grief is a U-shaped void that will never close. And acknowledgement is leaning out in the universe out of that hole. It's an empty chair to the unused coffee mug in the tangible absence of graduations, anniversaries, proposals, weddings, birthdays. Grief is the paperwork, the routines, the chores you once took for granted. Grief is the unsaid conversations, needs that remind you of your places look to be unmanifested shared dreams. And the toughest thing no one ever told me about grief is that it gets worse and harder. With time I lose you every day, over and over, month after month, year after year. Time heals nothing, time means nothing. Moments feel like years and years, feel like seconds. Time tossed and it tortures, it twists the quiet earth as it numbs and lies to you. But no one's truly felt grief till they've tasted it sober.
Hi. Okay, so thank you, John, for such a touching song. So life's a bitch, we struggle sometimes. But please remember, there is always like family and friends that are helping us. So keep in mind that death is like don't treat death as an option. So if we can, try to seek help rather than keeping us to ourselves. So next up. We're going to have our second last track for Temptation, Silica Lips by Joss.
Okay, so it's me. I guess I would start by first describing what silica actually is for those of you who don't know. So paraphrasing from Wikipedia, silica is short for silicon dioxide, my research, which is a natural mineral commonly found in quartz. It is also a major constituent in sand and has been historically used in the production of concrete, ceramics, healthcare, and most notably for this song, glass. Silica Lips is an exploration into my experiences with addiction and substance abuse through an alternative R&B style. The music video was made by me with help from my very good friend Anthony. So with all that being said, I hope you all enjoy my song.
When everybody's gone, you're right there. always halfway through the night on the floor in my week. I can't find a better means of keeping you alive, even if only in my mind. I always give in to my vice, to my vice, to my vice. Always halfway through the night, I succumb to my weakness. Like a reason to be home, I got a lot on my mind. Always searching for the light, for the light, for the light.
What a powerful song from our music dictator, Trevor, succumbing to addiction, particularly with crack cocaine. Anyways, up next, our final track of Temptation is Silent Whispers by Kojak and Final Sushi. Unfortunately, Kojak is running late and Final Sushi could not be here, so instead we'll have Jono come up and explain the track.
Hello again. I am fine, by the way. Okay, so this is what Kojak has said. Okay. Hope everyone's nice, going alright. Yeah, so Kojak and Final Sushi. So this is what Kojak said. This next song, Silent Whispers, which honestly could also translate to his relationship with cards. It's all about making terrible choices while pretending you're okay, set to some sweet, sad chords. Basically, it's like watching your love life implode in slow motion, starring my life. But at least it sounds okay? Question mark, exclamation mark. And that's short and sweet.
Silent nights I lie awake, loving you is my mistake. Heartache follows every day, but I can't seem to run away. Stars above, they whisper truth. Every smile with you's a bruise. Eyes that wander, hearts that ache, yearning for a better fate. Guilty shadows cloud my mind. Can't escape these chains that bind. Other faces in the night tempt me with their fleeting light. Every glance feels like a sin, dreaming of what could have been. Love's a game I hate to lose, torn between lies and truth. Morning breaks and so do I, hiding tears beneath the sky, wanting more than hollow vows, standing on unstable ground. Silent whispers call my name. Guilt and love, they feel the same. Looking out but turning back, caught inside this endless trap. Empty shadows cloud my mind. Guilt and love, they feel the same. Looking out but turning back. Caught inside this endless trap.
Such a gorgeous, gentle song to lead off of the last few heavier pieces. Once again, that was Silent Whispers by Kojak and Ramen Sushi. And with that, we conclude side A of the Sin mixtape, Temptation. Let's put our hands together for all of the artists that featured on the side. We will begin our first intermission of the night, so let's take 15 minutes. Thank you, everyone. To the left right there.
Let's go ahead.
Let's go. Alright. Now we journey deeper into sin and
Nice.
Now we journey deeper into sin and the moral ambiguities as we explore the Sin mixtape's next side. Necessary evil. Big shout out to Cole and Ruin for the amazing album artwork. Unfortunately, both could not be here today, but Ruin does have a couple words which I will read right now. I'm Ruin, not really, and I sketched the concept for the Necessary Evil album art. While Nicole did the rendering, I incorporated elements of the justice system because it is the most notorious example of doing something better to achieve something better. Lo-Fi-chan is depicted as Lady Justice shining in all glory whilst the scales behind her whole parts, representing human lives. An accurate visual of how human lives are treated today. Wouldn't you agree? Let's give her a round of applause. We will now kick off Necessary Evil with our first track, Purge, by Botresso, Syrup, and Glass. Before I invite Syrup and Adrian up to explain their track, a couple words from Glass, who unfortunately could not be here today. Glass says she likes to scream, also she says, watch Bluey. Aside from that, with Adrian and Syrup.
So,
yeah, hi guys, so I'm Syrup, the ghost of Lo-Fi Sock. So our track is Purge. So basically what we did was we wanted to come up with a horror type song that combined a couple of genres that we really enjoy listening to. So me personally, I'm very into like orchestral music and EDM, and so is Adrian. So we decided to do that, and we layered that on top with like Glass's very innocent sounding voice. And yeah, we came up with this track, and we hope you'll enjoy it.
the necessary evil side, we have the monstrous Purge by Vortresso, Syrup, and Glass. I'm personally amazed at how Glass was able to pull off all these vocals. Following this up, we have somewhat of a different kind of vibe and style. Here's John and Where's Dre with... Oh, that's... Never Knew. Let's please welcome them to the stage.
Okay, no, our team cool with that last one, goddamn. Okay, you want to see it first?
Oh really? I thought just produce the video.
Cool, fine, okay. Anyway, the genesis of this. Last year, August 11th, was the 50th anniversary of hip hop as a genre. The commonly accepted, sometimes contested day. And this basically just runs through it's basically a love letter to hip hop as a genre. There's about 30-something references to old school hip hop musicians, and see if you can catch them all like Pokemon.
Yeah, in terms of the production, it's pretty simple, but you just got a bass line, drums, and a sample. I can't remember where the sample's from, which is probably for the best in terms of copyright. But I found it somewhere on YouTube, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward, pretty good, and yeah, that's it. But then we track 5 and we're straight consolidating 50 years of hip hop. 3 minutes. Next up, we're going to have another hip hop track from Russia and Africa during the hip hop school.
I guess the song's about. Let me read the title. Okay, so it's about how we're tethered to other people, but these days we keep people and things close to us at a comfortable distance. I guess that's what it's about. You want to pitch in?
Oh yeah, just going on that theme of like conflict with connections and just not sure where things will go and how they mix with each other and how certain elements can be very comfortable with just by themselves, but mixing together it can become a bit weird or hopefully you find the audience.
I agree.
I thrive on blue cheese.
That's another interesting approach to hip-hop, a different taste than never knew. So next up we have Jocelyn and Cost Reasons with I'm just a hold a second.
Yeah, so it's me again with Cause Reasons, aka Simon. So this is a joint collaboration between us where he was acting mainly as the producer and I'm of course the singer. So as you can see, the title is I'm Just a Boy with Some Tattoos. I would start by saying we imagined the song to be in a bit of a chill wave genre in the very beginning, but it sort of shifted towards like synth pop and a bit of R&B as well. And in essence, the song is about the situation in which you find yourself in with someone else who maybe has a little bit of feelings for you, and you decide that maybe you don't really feel the same way. So the situation is you're in too deep with this person, so you have to find a way out of it by lying about being in a relationship that you're not really in, to make yourself look like the bad guy and not them. So that's essentially the essence of the song. So, do you have any words? No? All right, let's get into it.
This conversation think with someone who haunts me as they're taken. I done got myself into a situation I can't keep faking. It's time I face it. I don't think I feel the same. You've been high on time and lies, thinking of what you've been waiting for. Now I gotta show you why I'm not the one you want. I'm meant to adore you. Affection's what you want. I'm just a boy with some tattoos. For love I can't wait to think I'm the one who will save you. I'm the furthest from the wall. Some dumb mistakes this lonely evening, brought about some thoughts my other brain was thinking. I done got myself entangled with somebody else's feelings, but I don't feel a thing. And you're a nice girl, I don't doubt. That's why I wish you'd count me out, 'cause I love someone else that you don't know about. Oh, she exists only inside my mind, but you don't have to know that, right? Yeah, I must spare your heart, because how I feel inside that I just don't think I feel the same. And you've been high off time and life, thinking I'm what you've been waiting for. Now I gotta show you I'm a piece of shit. You are meant to adore you. Affection's what you want. I'm just a boy with some tattoos. For love I can't relate. I'm the one who will save you. I'm the furthest from the wall. The one you lose your mind to. So I'm taking you. And I'm just a boy with some tattoos. You think I'm the one who'll save you in your fairy tale. I'll be the one you lose yourself to. So I'm saving you. You are meant to adore you. Affection's what you want. I'm just a boy with some tattoos. For my favorite. I'm the furthest from the one. I'll be the one you lose your mind to. So I'm saving you. You are meant to adore you. Affection's what you want. I'm just a boy with some tattoos. I think I'm the one who will save you. I'll be the one you lose your mind to.
much adolescent still. Just a book with some tattoos. So next up is a collaboration between me and Rivals. So may Rivals come up and other come here elaborate about the track.
Hey everyone, so this track was an unexpected collab. I was making a track and I was getting inspiration halfway through it, and brought him here, doing the same thing with that, and he took my track, flipped it, and made some of the most interesting, creative piece I've heard before. And also, as per tradition, I have to say, I'm Hari. You may also know me as Hee Anyways, I hope you enjoy the track and you know my voices of that once you hear it.
Yeah, so please enjoy.
What an interesting name for a banger of a song. That was The Voices Are Back by Rivals and Ada Force Sweezy. I forget what he goes by that now. But with that brings the final song on the Necessary Evil side of the Sin mixtape. Fading of Fire by Orange Oyster and Glass. Like I mentioned, Glass is not here with us, so I'll let Orange Oyster take the stage. Everyone, please welcome.
So, hi everyone, I'm Orange Oyster. You might also know me as Pepperpin on Discord, or Rachel. Unfortunately, Flower couldn't make her tonight. However, she did bless us with the script that she's written for me, so I'm going to read off that. Hi, I'm Rachel. Flower decided to bail since she's lazy, Flower's words. Fading the Fire is a continuation of last year's song, There's a Fire That Spreads. It depicts the emotions of a troubled soul who now stands on a pile of body in his victory. The flower also says, to go watch My Little Pony. Thanks everyone, and please enjoy.
I wonder what show she's gonna recommend next.
The flames fading down from the night that breaks. I'll face sunlight when I fall in the path of the king. And now I know what it takes to sit down on that throne. But all that's left is a king, some of ashes and gold. The fire is flamed around the night that breaks. I'll face the light when I follow the path of the king. And now I know what it takes to sit down on that throne. But all that's left is a kingdom of ashes and gold. When the light sets in the shadows whispering high, all the people that we lost as we see them all. If I turned away and said that I deny you, would it still be the same? Still be the same? And now I wonder which turn did I take that was wrong? Which way the path of the righteous went on? When every footstep I tread leads me back to the start, you told me I should be strong. I can never turn The fire's fading, I welcome the night that breaks. Tonight we mourn for the loss of the ones that we love. And now I know what it means to shed blood or just know. But all that's left is a kingdom of ashes and gold. When the light shows in the shadows whispering high, all the people that we lost as we see them all. If I turned away and said that I deny you, would it still be the same? Still be the same? And now I wonder which turn did I take that was wrong? Which way the path of the righteous went on? When every footstep I tread leads me back to the start, you told me I should be strong. I can never
And so that concludes the second part of this year's Mixtape, Necessary Evil. Sometimes dirty deeds have to be done for the greater good. Nonetheless, yeah, it's also dangerous and can lead to the worst. So thank you again to Korean Room for the amazing cover and all the artists that featured on Part B. So let's give them a round of applause. So let's have a break right now, and we'll be back diving deeper into the journey of sin.
We now conclude the trilogy as we plunge the wicked depths of hedonism. This magnificent work of art was created by none other than our art director, Lychee. Let's welcome the director to the stage.
Hi guys, I'm Lychee. In the hedonism side cover, I wanted to depict the pie chart in a complete state of disarray, resulting from her hedonistic self-indulgence. So the cards shown are supposed to be the winning setup for a card game called The Devil's Grip. Her clothes are inspired by 1920s fashion, similar to Lisa's cover, and her nails are unevenly painted in black and white. And all this is to show her lying on the floor with her dress and her hair all like in disarray, surrounded by the remnants of a card game. But after all that, she still has a faint smile on her lips. So I hope you guys like my depiction of Buddhism, and I hope that it does justice to the mixtape and the artists in this side. Thank you.
Thank you for the in-depth look into your decision making, Lychee. Let us begin the third and final act of the Sin mixtape with our first song on hedonism. Dark Mirrors by Final Sushi. So, Final Sushi is not with us, like we mentioned before. All I have to say is that this will tickle your brain. Dark Mirrors. Hedonism side, which I highly recommend listening to with headphones when you get the chance. That was Dark Mirrors by Final Sushi. Next up, we have Nice Slime and featured artists with their track Bliss Machine. Let's give a warm welcome to
That works pretty effectively. Okay, so my track, I only have one track in this mixtape, and I made it with two of my vocalist friends, Totemi and Elixir, so I'd like to thank them. For my song, to fit into the theme, I decided to go on a bit of a story crafting adventure. So I'll read out the theme I wrote for it. Set in a dystopian future, where an upcoming invention that allows a person to enter virtual reality and live in a perfect simulated life of bliss and joy until they die, becomes the next prevalent technological advancement in society. This song is about the agonizing yet numb pain of living in such a decrepit world, fighting a battle with drugs, alcohol, and addiction, and the eventual psychological crumble that a person experiences due to this landscape, often losing themselves and resigning to their circumstances. The song describes a journey of hopelessness developing into a pleasure-seeking mania, and how a person's life progresses to be ultimately forsaken into a hedonistic pursuit of pleasure, abandoning their reality and indulging into the Bliss Machine. It's a symphonic rock song, and I would like to warn you to be prepared because there's a slight musical jump scare, so don't get caught off guard with that.
Thanks to Nice Slime and Friends for an absolute roller coaster of a track. Up next, we have a collab with our two music subcom, Russian and Hedonism Sweezy. 3-car garage boys like to come up and explain the track.
So you can think of every song like a house. And this house is 2 people. And the reasonable adjustment we made was that like we have this is 2 people. Just to follow up. And now talking more specifically about what happened, Irae for Sweezy right here. There's a beat and I did the vocals. Here's a cool rap song. Alright, you go.
Finally, the first lo-fi track and the lo-fi mixtape of 2020.
That was 3-car garage by Roshan and Hedonism Sweezy.
I won't put it the bottom.
Alright, so the next song we have is Crumbled Fall by Locality. I'd like to introduce him to the stage again, so give it up for Alpha.
So this, the place or thing I had in mind when making this was like a reflective and transitionary moment of like reflecting on what's happened after you've spent a lot of time just chasing pleasure or staying comfortable, and how it's comfortable for you, but it can be very, and it can bring a very empty feeling, and yeah, it's not as comfortable in the long run.
psychology for such an interesting touch on atmospheric music with the use of sounds of different textures. So leave behind Crumbled Fall. Here comes the track of Embers of Excess by Downrange, Glass, and Justin. So may Justin come up and talk about.
Okay, so it seems you have an interesting selection I just here. I'm going to be soloing this one because my friends are gone today. But I'll speak their words for you. So this began as a collaboration idea between me and Glass, and we were looking for a producer. And Dr. H came along and pretty much asked us, hey, do you want to hop on the track? So if you know Dr. H from previous years, he's a very EDM kind of mid-tempo bass kind of person, so you're definitely going to hear those kinds of elements in our songs. As well as me and Glass being the primary vocalists on this, we're going to bring, I think, two different kinds of energies to the song. Oh, before I move on to that, I also produced the second half, so this song has production credits from both me and Dr. H. But in essence, I guess if I had to sum it up in a single sentence, we both talk about body counts just in two slightly different ways. That being cannibalism and, the other one. So this is our song, Embers of Excess, and I hope you enjoy it.
extra satisfaction. Whoa. Who knows when I'll fuck my last one? Too high to see the pits of hell and where I'll probably land. I don't see the point of penitence. What I've done could never be forgiven. I'll save us both the time. Somebody else can have my spot in half a hand. Meanwhile, I'll fuck like it's my final day. In these sheets, my tongue knows that their lips stay sweeter than their own motherfucking name. I'ma live forever through the souls I ride. 'Cause if I'm damned, I'm taking you all with me, with me. I watch these embers burn for my yours. Then I'll greet Lucifer with a smile. I'll watch these embers burn for my yours. Then I'll greet Lucifer with a smile.
What an absolute spicy song about cannibalism and sex. Up next, we have a collab between me, Jonah, and Adrian. If you guys would like to come up and explain our track, Irae. Okay, so this collaboration is a mix of hybrid trap, rock, and mid-tempo bass.
So hedonism. I had to search that up when because I don't know, I didn't really know. So I thought, so hedonism. So I thought maybe we could start with some very high energy genres. So both me and Cause of Reasons, we both do EDM. So we decided to do something sort of like, it's like called hybrid trap, which is like EDM form of trap. And I felt like that wasn't enough, so I was like, maybe we could do some rock. High energy rock music with like lead guitars and that stuff, and try to merge it into one song with two genres. And then that wasn't enough. So then I asked Jono, what could we do to make this even better? And then he said, we need some Latin. And I was like, what? Yeah, Latin. Well, I had no idea what he said, but...
I got you. Yeah, so that's a good segue. Latin. Dies Irae is a funny looking letter on that. Dies Irae in Latin translates as Day of Wrath. I basically learned ecclesiastical Latin again. I told myself this entire track is in Latin. It is lyrics that are about 1,000 years old. Mozart has put them to song as well. It's based off the Requiem. It's from the passage from the Requiem about that, and it's basically Day of Wrath. And it's just, yeah. What genre is this? Yes.
Thank you.
insane fusion of rock and EDM, and of course the highlight of that song, Jono, reviving the Latin scripture to give an incredible performance. That was Diaz Irae.
If you want a translation.
But moving past that, unfortunately, we arrive at the final song on Hedonism and the mixtape. Everyone, please welcome Where Straight and Rosewood for their collab track, Glass Hose.
Well, first of all, this is in English. So Dre showed me this beat, and we kind of thought, yo, what if we make this last call type of stuff? And I failed. I made it more in style of UJBs, Shino too, and I focused a lot more on Korean R&B, which is what I was listening to at the time. So if you listen to Epic High, I've got a few Epic High-esque quotes in here. And I talk about essentially how much I dislike current media and current pop in terms of how they portray themselves, and then how we all kind of hide behind it inside glass rooms and just let it all pass through us and not really take action like we should. Yeah, what else? Do you have anything to say?
I guess just the overall vibe of this track is just more like jazz rap kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just like kind of like talking about the vices of society and like media and things like that. And yeah, it's pretty, that's all about it.
Let's end this on a nice calm note.
What a true hedonistic take it be to let the others enact their actions for us while we bask in our ivory states, sipping on caviar, shaped bubble teas, and breathing our flavored airs. That's just how it is, ain't it? Honest better than we was kids. And glass homes with you. That's just how it is, ain't it? Honest better than we was kids. And glass homes with you. Discarded the city, my forsaken city. Something like an absentee who left the road and left the stickies. If I know when the gun in the wrong side, have some fun. So I sat back with a pen to paper, letting my mind run through the hymns and the rhymes, and maybe then I'll find the time to make this right. I truly hedonistic take it to let the others enact my rights for me. Seeing this artist now sees that the art and artistry doesn't just come from the reality and misery, but by spitting similes and soliloquies about the lies and the lies we lead, and those who are silent must bleed. But the ink splot and create whole new stories. We just need to learn to turn to look and see that the things in our lives are more reasons than what we label them. Realize that our time is better spent befriending them than dehumanizing them, and that's just it. Our one true sin. As kings we follow the law to take and take, leaving nothing left to give, and now we've reaped sins.
I want to call to attention one thing. We ended with the word sins.
Yeah!
But yeah, that was Glass Homes by Rosewood and Where's Irae, so definitely a song to bring our heart rates down after the last couple. But that concludes side C, the Hedonism tape. And once again, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all the artists that featured on this side, as well as our art director, Lychee, for drawing this wonderful, amazing, magnificent piece of art. So let's give her and everyone else an applause. And also with that, our venture into the depths of sin concludes. So once again, thank you to Sirasworn, or Lisa, for the incredible work of art that is this year's mixtape cover art. By extension, a huge thank you to all of our arts teams, consisting of Tori, Cole, Ruin, and Lychee, for lending their talent in the creation of each side's equally stunning artworks. Thank you to our marketing team for all the promotional efforts put into spreading the word about tonight's evening, as well as all the amazing visual accompaniments to our pieces, which you were graced with today. Thank you to the events team for making tonight's premiere night possible and providing us with not quite midnight snacks, more like 7 p.m. snacks. And of course, thank you to all of our talented musical artists among us who helped contribute their musical creativity to the 2024 mixtape project and for making all of this possible in the first place. Please give yourselves a round of applause. All of you. Okay. With that being said, I have some parting words as this year's music director. So, I wrote this down. Working to lead the Lo-Fi Society's music department was a challenging role that I often joked about wanting to retire from since I stepped into the position. But ultimately, I did find it to be a fulfilling process that allowed me to express many creative ideas and ambitions on a wider scale. This position has enabled me to continue, direct, and help organize one of the Lo-Fi Society's annual traditions and produce what I believe to be the greatest mixtape yet. Of course, no shade to the previous ones. Aside from that, I've met many people who I'm grateful to have been able to work alongside, and I will no doubt carry all of this year's experiences with me into the future. Thank you to the Lo-Fi Society for granting me the opportunity of being this year's music director, but I must retire this role for I am very tired. Moving into the coming year, I instead leave you in the capable hands of one of my music subcommittee, who will very soon be known to you as my successor. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to the 2025 music director, Simon York.
Okay, I'm going to keep this really short because I'm trying to get the hell out of here. I'd just like to say big thanks to all the artists this year. You guys produced like absolute bangers, and big thanks to my music team. It was really fun and rewarding to work with you guys. Also, really big thanks to this guy right here, our music dictator. Yeah, and I hope to replicate your level of success next year. And that's about it. Okay, I want to go.
Oh, and of course, before we forget, the mixtapes are now available to stream on Spotify and any other platform you can think of, so save every album and add your favorite songs to all your playlists. Thank you for coming. Woo!